Okay, in Modern Family, Manny's big feelings are looked upon continuously as a good thing. They're looked upon as something that can't be resolved and shouldn't be resolved because they're so amazing. And here's the thing. Manny's big feelings, like Manny's ability to feel these large things, is basically a good thing. Like, if you look at it from Manny being compassionate and being loving, sure, good. But Manny never uses his big feelings as an excuse to be compassionate. He never uses his big feelings as an excuse to be loving. What Manny is actually doing continuously, what we see Manny actually doing continuously, is using those big feelings for selfish purposes, for feeling like he deserves the girls that he's trying to get with, for feeling like he's supposed to be in a romantic relationship at the age of 11, which is weird because he's not trying to have like a middle school girlfriend or a 6th grade girlfriend where you just like hold hands and kind of avoid each other. There's an episode of the show Life in Pieces that actually has the middle sister who is like 11 or 13 when the show starts, and she has a middle school boyfriend, and she's like, I love him, but they don't even talk to each other. All they do is text, and even when they're texting, they're barely doing anything. So when she talks to him in person, he's like, you're suffocating me. That's what a boyfriend or a girlfriend for an 11-year-old should be. But Manny's not trying to do that. Manny is trying to have like a true romantic physical relationship basically at the age of 11. Here's where it gets weird, and here's why I think it's a bad thing. A, because Manny continuously thinks that he deserves everything that he gets. Like every time he's going for a girl, he thinks that because he has these big feelings, he deserves the girl. And he thinks that because he has this desire for the girl, she should therefore have the desire for him as well. And Gloria doesn't help that, okay? Gloria's obsession with letting Manny be as passionate as he possibly can be is actually harming Manny and his future. But I think the biggest example is I just rewatched the episode 15% last night, season 1, episode 13. I'm going to be posting the rewatch on my YouTube later tonight, so you'll get to see it then. But right now we're just going to talk about it, and then later you'll get to see all my opinions on it. In this episode, Manny meets a girl on an online book club, and he's having her over for a date. And it's so exciting for him. Gloria's getting together, all these things. Basically, Manny's like the book club is having a Twilight book club type thing. So they're doing tomato soup for the blood and grilled cheese to like dip it in because it goes well with the tomato soup. And then they're going to go out for ice cream, and it's a very like little kid date. And Manny is like dressing up. He's very like, he's just so excited to have this first date, and you would think that it's sweet. And it is sweet to a point, but then he opens the door and his girl is there. And she is a woman in her 30s. She is a woman in her 30s. This is a 30-year-old woman who thinks that she's going on a date with an adult man. And the joke is supposed to be, oh, look at this miscommunication. Oh, isn't that funny? But this isn't miscommunication. This is dangerous. And it's not acknowledged in the show. Now, here's the thing. This is the year 2010, okay? It's the second half of season 1. It's 2010. The show started in 2009. In 2010, I was 14 going on 15. I was closer to Haley's age in the show than anyone's, I guess, if you think about it. I had just been allowed 2 years previously to have a Facebook. It took begging, it took pleading, it took coercing, because my parents didn't know if they trusted the online presence of people in my world, because you couldn't trust people, especially back then, with your physical presence in your world. The world has changed significantly now. I would say it's much more common to make online friends than it was back then. I wasn't allowed to go on Webkins by myself. I wasn't allowed to go on Club Penguin by myself. Arguably some of the most, like, restricted, safest things that you could go on, just in case the person on the other end was someone who was like 3 times my age trying to figure out a way to groom or kidnap me. And in this episode, Manny literally ends up on a date with a woman who is 2 or 3 times his age, who is not there to kidnap him, but could very well be. And there is no look at his safety. There is no look at the danger of this. There is nothing. Gloria goes, oh my God, come in. And she comforts this woman and she gives her a makeover and she helps this woman to feel sexy. And by the end of the lesson, by the end of the episode, Manny has not learned his lesson at all, and neither have his parents, because when Jay comes in and sees that Gloria's giving a makeover, he's like, oh, how do you and Gloria know each other? Like, I haven't met you before. And they go, oh, she was Manny's date. And Jay just goes, of course she was, and walks away. That was dangerous. It was dangerous. It was as dangerous as it gets in the concept of talking to someone online. And neither of them, when Manny was giving his address to this woman so she could come to his house, neither of his parents, not even this woman, were going, oh my God, this is a bad idea. Maybe we should give ages. Maybe we should give last names. Maybe we should give information about ourselves. Maybe we should do something to make sure that this is all a good thing to do. No. And there's no discussion of it at all. It's just a funny, haha, I can't believe this happened type of situation, when genuinely, that was the luckiest possible scenario, because how many separate serial killers started on Craigslist? How many separate murderers started out online haunting people? Literally, the girl who plays Alex, Ariel, can't remember her last name for the life of me at this exact moment, is on a show right now where she's playing a 13-year-old girl like it's a reality show, and what they're doing is they're hunting down predators, and she is helping them to hunt down predators. I know I said haunting before, you don't need to correct me. She's hunting down predators with them by pretending to be a 13-year-old girl who's like, you're not gonna like ditch me, you're not gonna like, we're gonna talk, and then we're gonna do like, and it's gonna be like you like me even though I'm so young. And literally, the fact that this girl, Ariel Winter, is it Winter? It's so hard to remember because it's too close to my name. But she's on a show right now that literally highlights all of the dangers of the things that could have happened to Manny in this episode, and it's just never, ever discussed, because the show doesn't want to teach lessons ever, and the only lesson that was learned in that episode was on Jay trying to grow as a human being by like accepting Shorty for being gay and then finding out that Shorty wasn't gay, and it was an entire thing. But like, if I just like, that's an insanely dangerous situation that they joked about as if it's not something that commonly happens to children that were around Manny's age, then and now. And like, it's the fact that it's because of Manny's big emotions and big feelings that they never think to discuss with him the fact that he needs to also take responsibility for those big emotions, like learn how to handle them, learn how to navigate them, learn who he does and doesn't deserve, because you don't deserve anything, you don't deserve anybody. They don't think of any of this. They just make it a funny little haha joke, and at the end of the episode, he literally goes, hey, if you don't have anyone in 10 years, maybe you and I can give it another go, to this woman. And she goes, that's disturbing. And then, because she's so desperate, the funniest thing that they can have her say is, but maybe. That's so weird and creepy. Okay, thank you. That's all. I love you. Bye.